Hello everyone, hola acá los amigos, estamos en Australia, estamos en este momento en las afueras de Melbourne. Nos encontramos acá con el amigo Richard King. This is my friend Richard King from Australia. So hi Richard, well, I want to know about your other experience with these sacred plants, these ancient therapies, and when do you begin?
Okay.
This.
Well, hello. I began in the 1960s, having been in San Francisco in the early days of the counterculture.
Okay.
And then I went back to London and got into what was called the swinging London scene, and tried. In fact, I did a lot of exploration with acid. Whenever I got depressed, I'd take some acid, which is precisely what you shouldn't do. But anyway, with mescaline, which I found magnificent, and grass and hash and all of this. I was deeply into the recreational aspect.
Yeah.
And when the Beatles went to India, like so many of that generation, we also followed. And
Wow,
we got into transcendental meditation, and I spent 20 plus years actively meditating, long courses and visiting ashrams and all of that,
yeah.
because we told ourselves that if you can get there chemically, you must be able to get there naturally.
Yeah.
Forgetting, of course, that the plants are natural.
Yeah, for sure.
So really, it was 20 plus years on not an entirely wild goose chase, but really largely a waste of time, because the experience that I had from meditation isn't within aces of what the plants can deliver.
Yeah.
And then I was, during the war, I'd had an experience with a puka, a fairy, otherworldly creature that had arrived, and I looked at it and it looked at me, and then I looked away and then it disappeared. And then years later, here in Melbourne, I'm waiting to watch a video of some guru, and the same little puka fairy, which was, when I opened my eyes, was sitting on my lap, shaking his head furiously. And I thought, is it telling me that to be careful, I might be having to have a car accident on the way home? But I soon realised it was saying, basically, stop wasting your precious years pursuing a faulty goal, or at least a faulty approach. And with that, I went to Peru. And this was 2003. And that was my return to the plants, both ayahuasca. We did something called red ayahuasca. I think maybe other might have been yellow or green, I don't know.
Yeah.
But anyway, none of it was very good. And this was in the Andes.
Yeah.
And the shaman there clearly didn't know much about Aya, but my goodness, he knew something about grandfather, or about San Pedro. And I had some extraordinary experiences with San Pedro.
La Chuma, la Guacoya.
Okay.
San Pedro.
And one of them was, we'd made this, we each had to make our own brew, and it was dusk, and we're high in the Andes, and so the climate is quite like it is here. And he had roses and strawberries and raspberries growing. And I look at the ground, and there is a little weed we call petty spurge, which is perfect for dealing with skin cancers, warts. It exists. The skin is our boundary between the world and ourselves. It works at that boundary level. I look at the ground in Cusco, and there is a petty spurge, and with that I'm swallowed into the plant kingdom. And I'm looking out at the world, at humanity, from the plant kingdom. And one thing I saw, that from the plant's point of view, we are irrelevant. If you had any ego about the importance of humankind, that was the end of it right there.
Yeah.
But anyway, I came back to Melbourne, and there is a very strong ayahuasca scene here, and I've been pursuing that course since 2003. But earlier this evening I had my first toad medicine, and that was profound beyond belief. I think the single most profound experience in all these years. I need to digest that.
Yeah, for sure.
Because it was so beyond words. And I must thank my friends from Mexico for the privilege they've granted me in allowing me to participate in something so glorious. So thank you.
No, thanks to you for this work, for share your experience, for your confidence, for friendship, and to be here and know this medicine, to know each other, and I'm sure you are going to find that goal one of these days with meditation and breathing and recreating all this experience, because it's very profound. It's so deep and so fast, and
Yes.
it's amazing. It's a wonderful medicine. I'm not saying this is the best medicine. I think it's another medicine, but it's very special. As ayahuasca, yopo, there are very sacred plants, very sacred medicine, and this is very special. It's the first time here in Australia, and we are very proud. We're very happy to know people like you, experienced people like you with all this knowledge with the plants, and that your work are very important for us and for the people. That maybe do you have some advice, some people maybe might be interested in this thought medicine?
Well, I think for anyone who is a serious explorer, they must follow, they must experience what the toad has to offer. I do. I mean, all the plants are wonderful. The mushrooms, Amanita muscaria especially, is wonderful for seeing spirits. But this is so profound and so deep.
Beautiful, huh? Well, thanks a lot, Richard, for all your work, for your support, and well, we hope to see you again
Absolutely.
next time. Okay, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome.